Hey, I'm Lauren, and today I'm going to be testing the Dazzle Dry system for the first time. I'm really excited to try this because I have been wearing glue-on nails for years, and I've been really into more natural nails lately, but I still want them to look polished and nice, and most nail polishes just don't last on me. Or I mess them up before they even have a chance to dry, which is why I like glue-ons, because you just put them on and you're good to go. So that's why I'm really excited about Dazzle Dry, because they say that these will dry in 5 minutes, which I would be shocked, and they should last for 7 to 14 days, which I would also be shocked because literally nothing lasts that long on me. And I have lots of other nail reviews saved in my playlist on my channel if you want to see them too, like Olive and June, static nails, and I'm sure there's more, but I will link those up here and in the caption below if you want to check them out. And if you like honest nail product reviews and beauty reviews, then subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so that you're notified every time I post something new. Okay, so back to Dazzle Dry. Dazzle Dry has a proprietary 4-step system. It's backed with over 30 years of research and development, and it's considered a healthy gel alternative. It's vegan, cruelty-free, hypoallergenic, non-toxic, quick drying. They're saying that it can be air dried without using any reactive chemicals. And then it's also long wearing. Like I said, it should last between 7 to 14 days of chip-free wear. And then you just remove it with regular acetone or non-acetone nail polish remover, so you don't have to scrape and scrub and do all the things like you have to with gel or dip or acrylic. It also doesn't contain reactive ingredients like monomers and photoinitiators that may cause allergic reactions and skin sensitivities. So the system is actually the cleanest of all solvent-based polishes and lacquers on the market today. They call themselves a clean nail polish, and it's really hard to be a completely clean nail brand just with the ingredients that are necessary to make a nail polish. But from my research, theirs does look pretty clean. So Dazzle Dry says it's the only system of its kind because it gives you that high performance gel polish look without using harsh chemicals, UV light, or damage to the natural nail. And then it also protects and strengthens the nail with wear. They also focus on being eco-friendly and use biodegradable packaging. They're a women-owned company, which I love, and all of their products are manufactured in America, in the USA, in Arizona, which I also love. So they have over 150 colors to choose from, and there are some nail salons that have Dazzle Dry. So if you want to, maybe you're not the best at painting your own nails, but you want to try it, there are nail salons that have this. And I'm pretty sure that they're gonna upcharge you to use this system, but if you wanna use a cleaner polish that lasts longer, dries faster, without gel, it could be something good to look for. Another thing I appreciate that Dazzle Dry says is their products will not turn your nails yellow like other nail polish brands because they don't contain nitrocellulose. So we'll see. Today I'm testing the mini kit, and I'm testing color Prima Ballerina. I just wanted a really natural looking light pinky white color. So this set was $38, and it might seem like a lot, but it does come with 5 items, which I'll explain later in this video. And I was able to get it off of Amazon with free shipping. So it didn't have like the Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, but it was free. It did take a little bit more than 2 days, but it wasn't bad. This set comes with the nail prep, which is 0.25 fluid ounces, the base coat, which is 0.17 fluid ounces, the nail polish, the top coat, and revive. So all of those are 0.17 fluid ounces. So they're tiny little bottles, but if you're wanting to test something, this is a much more affordable way to do that. If you wanted to buy each item separately, the nail prep is $18, the base coat, color, and top coat are $22 a bottle, and then the revive is $15 a bottle, or you can get the full set for $85. So if you buy each item separately, it would be $99. It's definitely worth it to try the sets, but if you want to just restock one product at a time, that's the pricing for that. I feel like most of the items in the set are self-explanatory except for revive. So this says that your nail lacquer and top coat may become thick due to evaporation. So that's normal, and revive is designed to reconstitute your product to the desired consistency. It says do not add revive to the base coat as it will ruin the product. So just kind of bringing your products back to life. You know how at the nail salon they'll add acetone to the nail polishes and kind of is it acetone? I'm pretty sure it's acetone, but it kind of like loosens it up. Another thing I like about Dazzle Dry is they say that their products will not expire. So if you're like me and you paint your nails like 3 times a year, there you go. And then I guess that's why you would want to use Revive in case it evaporates. All right, now I'm going to get into my nail routine. I'm going to show you what my first application is like, and also how I prep my nails, how I do my cuticles. If you're curious about any of that, I got you. I've tested so many products and I have my routine down. These are all the items I typically use when I do an at-home manicure. I'm going to go through all of the items and share exactly what they do and why I love them so much. First, I like to start with the flat nail file. This just gives your nails a more manicured look. It really depends on what shape you're looking for, but I was just looking for a very basic neutral manicure, and this tool does just that. Next, you're going to file your nails, and if you've never used a glass nail file, try one. I promise it will change your life. To me, regular nail files are too gritty and they don't make my nails smooth enough, and the glass ones are just so much smoother and easier to use. They're less abrasive. I feel like I have less snags when I use them. They're just the best. My mom was visiting and I let her use my nail file last week, and even she was like, I need one of these. These are amazing. Next, this is the best cuticle serum you will ever use. I promise you're gonna love it. You brush it on and leave it for about a minute. It really just makes your nails look so good. It makes your cuticles disappear. So then you're gonna grab a cuticle pusher. I never trim my cuticles. You can see that this one is well loved. The paint is dripping off of it. This is my favorite, but I also really like the wood ones. I find them to be a little bit less abrasive. I will link both of them below for you. You can make that decision, but do not trim your cuticles. It can lead to infection and other issues down the road. Grab a paper towel and wipe off the cuticle serum. I'm pretty abrasive when I wipe because I want to make sure I get all of the excess cuticle off, any excess serum. Just really get in there with the paper towel. And then I use an acetone-free nail polish remover, and I love this one from Olive & June because you just put your finger in, so it's just so, it's like mess-free. But you're gonna do this, just make sure all the cuticle serum is off. And then when your nails are dry, you're gonna grab a smoothing tool or a buffer and just make sure all of the excess ridges from the cuticle or rough nails, you're just gonna smooth everything out with this. And then this step might be overkill, but I always stick my nails back in the acetone-free nail polish remover just to ensure that there is nothing left on my nail. Now your nails are prepped and ready for the Dazzle Dry kit. First step is nail prep. So this is going to help promote a longer lasting manicure. It gives you the perfect nail canvas. It cleanses the nail plate while providing beneficial moisture and vitamins that support the nail's strength and flexibility. They say to apply this with a lint-free pad, which I did not do when I started. So I actually went back with a paper towel, applied it to a paper towel, and it worked just fine. Next step is the base coat. So this is specifically to be used on your natural nails to help keep the polish lasting longer. It's not for use on acrylics or artificial nails. And what they say to do is brush a thin layer of this on each nail, and you re-dip it in the pot before you apply it to the next nail. So with every nail, you do another dip and then apply more to each new nail, if that makes sense. And then you let it dry until it looks matte, and then you go back in for a second coat of the base coat. So this says you need 2 base coats. Next step is the lacquer. So you're gonna also do the same thing with the base coat that you did with this. You wanna shake it well, and then you apply 1 coat to every nail, let it dry until it's matte, and then you go in with the second coat and let it dry. This is 1 coat of Prima Ballerina, and then this is 2 coats of Prima Ballerina. So you can see it's still very, very light. And then last, you're gonna go in with the top coat. So you paint a thin layer on each nail, wait for 5 minutes, and then your nails should be dry. Okay, this is the finished look. The nails look so good. I'm obsessed with this color. This is exactly what I was looking for, and they are dry. Like, you can touch them, they are good to go. I'm so impressed. And then once I finish a manicure, I always go in with this cuticle serum. It's fast drying, non-oily, and I feel like after you mess with your cuticles, they just need a little bit of love. So this is a really good way to just finish off your at-home manicure, and then you just throw it in your purse, and I like to use it throughout the day, but this stuff's just the best, so I'm gonna link it below for you as well. I just finished painting my nails, and I wanted to share my initial thoughts with you. The process is very easy to follow. For a lint-free cloth, just use a paper towel. I used a cotton round and it definitely wasn't lint-free, and I had to go back in with the paper towel and waste more product. But that was easy. And then the base coat, the first coat dried down matte, but then the second coat didn't for a while. And then it still wasn't really that matte. So I wasn't sure if I was jumping the gun by moving on to the next step, but I was like, how long am I supposed to wait? It kind of took a while. So then I just moved on to the next step. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up, but I gave it a good 2 minutes. So I feel like that should have been plenty of time. And then same thing happened when I was painting. The first coat got matte a lot faster of the polish, but then the second coat didn't really get matte, even though it says it's supposed to. So I waited a few more minutes and then I was like, okay, I'm going in with the top coat. The first and second step do not smell like anything. It's really nice. When you get to the lacquer, it does have a mild nail polish smell. It's definitely not as strong as your standard nail polish, but it does have it. And then the top coat has it as well. And then when I painted the top coat, I set a timer for 5 minutes from when I painted my first nail, and then a second timer for 5 minutes from when my second hand was done. And so I could really see, okay, has it been 5 minutes since this nail was finished? And it is dry in 5 minutes, which I am so impressed. I've never had a polish dry that fast and look so good. The color I picked, I feel like this is not a good representation of their colors because I just really wanted a super basic neutral, sheer, not a lot of coverage. So 2 coats doesn't really look like much, but for me, this is exactly the color I was looking for. Just something that could accentuate my natural nails without looking like I have a polish on. And it did just that. I feel like it's nice and glossy, and honestly, I'm impressed. So I'm gonna wear these around for however long they last. When they start chipping, I'll pop back on here and I'll share my final results and then also what the removal process is like. Okay, I wanna share my final thoughts on the nails. I'm obsessed. I am genuinely so impressed with the Dazzle Dry kit. So the nails ended up lasting me for, I want to say about 3 days. I went swimming in a highly chlorinated pool and I think that weakened them. And so they started chipping on just my thumb and my pointer finger, which is always what chips first. But what was really interesting about the polish is, you know how sometimes when nail polish chips, you could like literally just peel the whole nail off at that point? You could not peel this off. Like the part that was on was still on. It was just the tips chipped just a tad. And so I left them on for a few more days, and then I would say more started chipping around day 5, which is amazing for me. Like that's kind of unheard of. I also think I did a poor job painting my nails. So I actually painted them again, and I did 3 coats this time. So this is what 3 coats of the polish looks like. I love the color. It's absolutely stunning. I did a much better job not getting it on my cuticle because I could see that the nails were starting to peel at the cuticle a little bit because that's my fault, but I'm not the best at painting my nails. I feel like if you took this to a professional salon, they would last you so long. Like they would clean up your cuticles for you and paint them for you. But if you're like me and you're not the most experienced nail painter, I'm still so impressed. I think my favorite part about this is how fast it dries. Like even yesterday, because you put on 2 coats of the base coat and then 3 coats of nail polish and the top coat, and the nails still dried within 5 minutes, maybe even sooner. And they're not just like kind of dry, but if you push too hard on them, they're going to leave a mark. Like these nails are dry. I'm so impressed. It's like when you leave a gel manicure appointment and your nails are completely good to go. That is what Dazzle Dry is. Another thing I really liked about the polish is it made my nails feel a lot stronger. I feel like it feels like I have gel on my nails, but it doesn't look thick like gel. They just feel so strong, which for me is kind of unheard of. I also wanted to mention this product that I have been using for a few weeks now. This could be helping with the strength of my nails, but it's called Mavala Scientifique K+. And literally within using this for like 3 days, I could feel that my nails were also stronger. So if you have peely, bendy, weak nails like I do, I highly recommend this. But then also if you have peely, bendy nails like I do, it's really hard to paint them with nail polish because it just kind of comes right off, and the Dazzle Dry doesn't. So I'm so impressed. I highly recommend this. I'm gonna get more colors. I think that the starter kit is a really good place to start and just see what you think about this. But I'm so impressed. It's so easy to use. The quick dry time. I feel like it would be perfect if you have kids that want their nails painted. One, because it's cleaner, so you know it's not all the toxins in their nails, or if they're biting their nails or anything, you just know it's not as bad as other ones out there. But also just the quick dry time, because I feel like whenever my niece and I would go get our nails done, they would be smudged within 20 minutes of leaving that appointment. So yeah, I highly recommend this kit. I'm so impressed. I'm gonna link everything that I used below, and if you guys like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you like this review, and I will see you next time.